What's going on, Facebook? Hope y'all had a blessed weekend. Just wanted to hop on here real quick, say hi. Just got back from a family, I guess dinner. It's supposed to be a birthday dinner, but unfortunately, the birthday girl was unable to make it. But today at church, we had Pastor Matt there, and he, basically talked to us about friendship, and it was pretty crazy because it got me thinking when I first moved to Salinas, when my mom first moved us over here to Salinas, like I didn't really know too many people. I had my couple aunts that lived here, which, a couple cousins. But other than that, I felt like I was leaving my home, in San Jose. I tell people all the time, and a lot of people don't believe me, but I grew up in, like 12 to the household. It wasn't rooms where you got your own room. It was like a family to a room, and, it was pretty different. So leaving that atmosphere, coming here to Salinas, I felt like, I didn't really have anyone. So when I made friendships that were stronger than blood. They say blood is thicker than water, but the friendships I made here when I first got here was they were thicker than blood. I'll tell you, man. My brother John, when he went through pain, when he feels like he got cut with that dagger, man, I feel like that knife was poking me. I got my brother OJ, my brother Nitty. You ask Nitty, his first rapping days were in, my room off a karaoke machine, But I want to tell you a story about my brother Ken. We grew, when I first came to Salinas, that was my first friend. That was my first friend when I first got here. I met him coming in. We hit it right off the bat, and we did everything together. And like, there was even one point of our life where we played in the sewer system. See, in Santa Rita, there's this sewer system that goes from New Jack all the way to Frashley Park. And one day we played in there in the rain, you know, just soaking wet in that creek, and we're just sliding down the concrete. It was one of the few times in my life that I felt like a kid. I felt like I grew up fast, but that day I remember, and if you ask him, he's going to remember that day too, because we just felt like kids. I remember when we went home, we was just real dirty, and, it was crazy, but there was one time, and he probably won't even remember it, but I remember it sticks with me. There was this one time where we got in an argument, and I don't even know what the argument was. And he left the house, and he was real mad. I was real stubborn. And I remember when he left, I felt like I lost my best friend. When he left that day, I felt like I lost my best friend. And I'm going to tell you that it didn't last long, because 30 minutes later, there was a knock on the door, and it was him. And he was like, hey, there's this car with some chrome caps, See, chrome caps were, the nice shiny wheels on cars. Their air valve had a little cap on it. We called them chrome caps. We would go steal them. I'm sorry if any of y'all lost them. But when we were young, we would steal them to put them on our bikes. So when we would be riding, little chrome piece would be showing. But he's like, man, there's some chrome caps. So we, like I say, the argument was nothing, because that's what friendship is. He probably don't remember the event, but I will always remember that, because it taught me to cherish a relationship. It really did. It taught me to cherish a relationship, and our friendship, we're brothers, me and him. It has never lost strength. We may not see each other every day. We may not see each other every week, every month, every year. Well, we see each other more throughout the year, but our relationship has never lost strength. And the reason why I tell you guys this is because our life here on this earth is so short. We could be gone at a blink of an eye. And not only us, someone that we love could be gone at a blink of an eye. And there's a lot of people in this world that are shoulda, coulda, woulda people. They get in a fight, they're hard headed, they never make amends, they never make up. They never build back up that relationship, and something goes wrong that they couldn't see, that they thought they had a lot more time to build up that relationship, but something goes wrong and one of them is taken. So that friend that's left behind is always thinking, I should have just picked up the phone and called, or I would have told that person how much I love them. If I only knew, if I could have do it over again, it wouldn't be like this. And I don't want you guys to be shoulda, coulda, woulda people. I tell my family all the time, we don't want to let the next tragedy be the reason we come together. Too often in life, that's the only time family gets together is through tragedies. And sure, you build up your relationship then, but it's never a good feeling. So I just want y'all to, if there's something you're holding in your heart, some relationship you lost, I just want you to let it be known, and call that person up, or get a hold of that person and rebuild that relationship, because people are too valuable to us. You know, my grandma was in the hospital this weekend, and actually she was the birthday girl, and I just want to show you how good God is, because she was the birthday girl and she was supposed to be there, and we were all supposed to have a good time. Mariachis were supposed to be playing, the whole works. But you know what? My grandma went to the hospital, and all the family members, they would go there. She would be able to spend time with them, talk to them. See, we can't see what God's doing because we don't look at the bigger picture. We look at what we're missing. And she was able to talk to us one-on-one, spend time with us. Not one of us brought flowers. But when my family gets together, to my grandma, we are those roses. So the Lord gave us opportunities to spend time with that grandma one-on-one. And I'm so appreciative of what he did, because we got her out the hospital. She's on her way back home now, and it's just crazy. And I'm glad I got to spend that time. Even though she wasn't at the party, I know I spent more one-on-one time with her these last few days, going back and forth, and I thank the Lord for that opportunity. So just don't be a shoulda, woulda, coulda folk. You holding something in your heart, please release it. Let that person, whoever it may be, pray for them. Let them know that you love them still. And whatever it is, whatever it may have been, it's nothing. It's nothing. We got to learn to forgive for ourselves. We got to just let it go. So I love y'all, Facebook. Hope y'all have a blessed evening, and let's get ready for the weekend.